What's up, guys? It's Andrew and I'm back, and today I'm gonna do an in-depth review on the 2022 2SS 1LE. You saw the title, so you know what's going on. Let's get right into it. I want to give you every little detail about this car, all the way through and through, outside, inside, every little option, everything to play with, things with driving, electronics, everything. I want to give you the whole rundown, so let's get right into it. All right, guys, I came down here to a quieter place. I'm at the ballpark down here in our town, and please ignore the Camaro. It is dirty. I just sprayed it off, but it did not do a whole lot of good. It needs a good fresh detail. So anyway, there's water leaking from the car after washing it on the ground, so if you see any puddles, don't let it scare you. So I am the proud owner of this 2022 Camaro 2SS 1LE. So this review is an ownership review at the same time that it is a regular review. This is going to be an in-depth review, and I'll give you some insight on what it's like to own it as well as the regular car review. So let's get right into it. Since I'm on the outside, I want to go ahead, let y'all get a good look. I'll zoom out on it. Let's see here, can I? I cannot. Okay, well, give y'all a good walk around. Here she is. What an aggressive look. Look at that front end. Such an aggressive front end. I'll cut the headlights on for you guys later and let you see what it looks like with the headlights on, and I'm gonna let you listen to it, hear what it sounds like, and all that good stuff. All right. All right, so starting on the rear end, since we're already back here. This car will come with, now this is only the 1LE, not the 2SS. This is with the 1LE package. It will come with the satin black spoiler on the back, the satin black across the bottom down there, the black bow tie on this color for sure, the gray. This is the metallic gray. Tinted tail lights on the back, look really amazing. Quad exhaust in the back, which is the MPP active exhaust. I'll get to showing you that a little more later in the video of what that does as far as, you know, the MPP goes. So that's the back end. I will show you the trunk. Let me show you the trunk space. This car is still brand new. I haven't even used the floor mats that came with it. Haven't even used them yet. But the trunk space, I have some papers in here for putting in the floorboard and whatnot, and a box, a tiny box, not very big. This is the front license plate, whatever you call it. And it's not a huge trunk. It's not a small trunk. Very tiny opening space, very small opening. Back the camera out a little bit. This will make the review a lot better for me and you guys. But anyway, yeah. Pretty decent storage space in the trunk for a sports car. Just hard to get anything through the opening. Trunk button there to get yourself out the trunk when you lock yourself in, or your kids do. And then, if you pick this up right here, look under here. I have mine out. It's at the house right now. I used it to air up a tire, but the tire mobility kit goes right in that slot. You have your hook right there that will hook directly into the grill if need be. And, you know, other components back here, but you do not have a spare tire. You do not have a spare tire in the back. That is one downfall to this car, is you do not get the spare tire. So anyway, moving on to the side. All right, you have capless filling. Push the gas cap, opens up, stick the fuel thing in there, and get it going. Let me give you all guys this information. There are two flaps inside here. You probably won't be able to see it, but there is another flap back there. You actually can see it. Another little black flap back off in there. Yep. And if you do not get through both of them, you will waste gas. So when you're using a funnel on the side of the road and you break down, you will need to use whatever you can funnel to get through both holes to put it in there, or you will waste every bit of it. All right. The car comes with these 20-inch graphite wheels. These are sexy wheels. I love the 1LE wheels. I'm not a fan of the 1LE, especially not after buying this one. I'm starting to like it a little more every day as we go, but at first I definitely was not a fan of the 1LE because I was so used to the 2SS, and it's just a completely different car. If you do not think that the 1LE is very different than the SS, you are very wrong. It is very, very different. Wheels are different, brakes are different, everything's different. These are the Eagle F1 Supercar 3 tires. They're summer tires only. They do not hook very well. As far as drag racing on the street, they do not hook very well, hot or cold. I've tried them both ways. There's a video on that too. So, you know, go check that out if you're new to the channel. You get the 1LE Brembo brakes. Yeah, they're Brembos, but they say 1LE on them. I like that feature. That's pretty cool. Chrome lugs, all that good stuff. They do not tint these out. I would black these out. If I were you and I got one, I would go ahead and black that out to match the rest of the car. I don't know why they don't go ahead and black those out, but they do not. So this car is 15% tinted windows with 35% front windshield. Yours will not have that probably when you buy one brand new. But anyway, same thing on the front. Look at those huge brakes. They take up literally the entire wheel space here. I mean, on the inside of the rim, it's a very big, I don't want to lie and tell you exactly what size brakes those are and whatnot. I don't know if they're 6-piston whatever brakes. I'm not smart with that kind of thing, so I can't tell you that, but they are really nice looking, and they stop you literally so fast it's insane. Like 90 to 0 in like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It's ridiculous. That is one good thing about this car, is the steering, the handling, I mean, and the braking and stuff like that is insane. It is literally insane. When I pulled in this parking lot, I came in and I was going about 40 miles an hour, and I just did a hard turn like this a couple times, and it was awesome how smooth it was and how nice it felt turning. And God, it's crazy. It's completely different than the 2SS, completely. So now in the front, it's dirty, so please ignore, but it has the satin black wrapped hood. So it is a wrapped hood. They wrap it satin black. It's not painted, it's wrapped. This is painted. This is black on most of them, most all the cars, the ventilated hood scoop. It is functional. You do get this aggressive chin spoiler on here when you buy it. It is a very aggressive chin spoiler. I love it. It sticks out just enough, not too far. It completely sets the car off from every angle, if you can see. That chin spoiler is one of the sexiest parts about the car. Functional airflow ways through here. Not sure if you can see without getting down there, but you can stick your hand in there and you can feel it. Headlights are very nice. This is a cool feature about the Camaros, if you haven't noticed it yet, but it says Camaro on the headlight in there. How sweet is that? I believe this might be in the intro or on the thumbnail. We'll see. Blacked out Chevy bow tie in the front. I like how the hood points like this. I mean, the grill and the hood, everything points like that. I kind of like how it brings it to that point. That's pretty sweet there. You do get the fog lights in the bottom, which, if you don't know much about these Camaros, makes the look so much more aggressive. Again, amber lights in the front. I believe they should have blacked those out when they made the car. But you know, that's up to them. Nothing to do with me. Just give you one more look. The wheels. Get your nice little Camaro badge there. You do get the black mirrors. It comes with the black mirrors on the 1LE. I'm gonna clean this car up today, actually, when I get home. I think I'll go ahead and wash it up. That pretty much does it for the outside. Your reverse camera, I did forget to tell you, is back here. This is your reverse camera. It is not on the wing and nothing in the way. Oh, look, third brake light's blacked out as well. Third brake light. Camera right up there. I bet you're wondering what that's for. I'm about to show you. So let's get inside the car and let me show you everything you guys need to see from the inside. And after we get done seeing everything in the inside and all the exhaust modes and everything like that, I will let you hear the exhaust from the outside cranking up and everything. So let's go. All right, moving to the inside of the car. So first we'll start on this door. So you have a speaker inside the door right here. It's kind of more like a tweeter. It's pretty loud, produces a good bit of sound. Sounds really awesome. Black leather on the top with white stitching all the way through. Hard plastic for the rest of the door. It's the Alcantara suede because it's the 1LE, but it does not give you the Alcantara suede inserts on the door. This is full leather here. White stitching all with it. I like how they do this design. This door is just a pretty nice design. The Camaro, I believe, is probably the closest V8 muscle car to an exotic car, if you kind of feel what I'm saying. Nice Camaro down here. Everything's dirty on my car, but nice right here. Somebody's pulling up, but I'm not going to worry with them. Anyway, your Recaro bucket seats here are lined with leather down the side, Alcantara suede in the middle, and little leather inserts that are a different color between the side and the Alcantara suede. Alcantara suede on the top with nice Recaro right here. Beautiful inside, as you can see. So now that I've showed you all this does light up at night. This Camaro lights up at night and it is really smooth. You have multifunctional with only 2 buttons electronic seat, so you can move it forward, backwards. You can move the back up or down. You can pick the front of this seat up. You see it coming up and back down. Or you can pick the whole seat up. The whole seat is raising right now, if you can notice. And it'll show a lot of room for you to get under that seat. But anyway, put this seat back down. Okay, so let's hop all the way in. All right, inside the car now. All right, so normal polo jammies. I like wearing comfortable clothes when I have nothing to do all day. Agree or disagree? Anyway, nice Chevrolet when it's powering up or powering down. Camaro right there, looks really sexy. I like the way that it's built. Look at that dash. Look how it's built. Look at that shape. And your heads-up display is right there. Alcantara suede steering wheel. SS here, flat bottom steel, heated steering wheel, collision alert. This is your controls for your cruise control and whatnot. This is to flip through your options on your screen. In call, talk, that is for OnStar. So is this as well. That's for OnStar, SOS, and everything here. You have a very tiny, look at this, guys. Very tiny sun visor. Might as well not even be there. But in a car this small, look at it from this angle right here. Look how much windshield it covers, and because the car's so small. But bring it this way, which I had it this way earlier, it does no justice. It literally blocks just a tiny bit of sun, but you can pull it out and it'll do some good. So they made up for it there. This window's very long, so it only takes about half of it up. But you should only need about that much. Oh, nice little mirror here. Yep. I wish those lights were LED. They are LED. Never mind, I lied. They just look yellow on camera. Okay. Air vents. Look how this thing's built, like a spaceship, man. I love the way they designed the inside of this car. All right, guys. I hope I'm doing pretty good on giving a cheesy car review. If I am, drop in the comments and let me know if I'm doing pretty good mocking these guys. I'm not mocking you guys to be funny, y'all who do reviews. But I see that's what a lot of people like, so this is what I'm doing right now. I completely pretend when I'm on here, and I hope one day that I'll be a little less, skittish about it and get on out there and be myself, especially when I get into this good racing content this season. Y'all will get to see me in my natural habitat. So anyway, back to what we're doing. Circle vents here. You turn, close, turn, open, and you can also move them around like this. Very new, tight car, so hard to adjust. Lock buttons here. Like how this door handle pulls open. Very convenient, man. I like it. Your memory seat settings are up here. I forgot a bunch of stuff while I was on this door. This is for the right side mirror, left side mirror. Adjust how you need to with these. Up and down here. Little bit of space here to grab onto the door. Can't really put anything in there, but I do put my wallet in there all the time. Perfect place for your wallet. These are nice little cubbies, but you will forget that you've put something in there, so just trust me on that. Trunk button is here. I would pop the trunk, but I'm not going to. Same thing here. Now, let me tell you what's different about these vents. Shut, close, move around. Everything's the same. Climate. This is your climate. Cold or hot. Cold or hot. So, let's crank the car now. I've pretty much showed y'all everything y'all need to see for in here. The back seats. Ignore my jacket back there, but the back seats are solid leather. Top and bottom. Leather. 100% leather in the back. You have a speaker back here on the door. And it bumps, but it's a pretty nice speaker. Doesn't have a Bose label on it, but it is Bose. You have airbags in the side. Here they are. Tiny window here, but as my friends have told me, for road trips, that's a perfect place to lay your head on for a nap while you're sitting back here. And they actually say it's not bad to sit in this back seat as long as the seat's up far enough for them to be comfortable in the front. Very tiny back glass. Try tinting that back glass. It is awful, but the speaker's in the back as well. And it's just a very nice setup all the way together. It's a very nice sports car setup. LED lights in the top. This light stays lit up constantly, but it's barely even enough light for you to notice, and it keeps the perfect amount of light in the car. Here is your rear view mirror. Adjust how you need to. Very clear mirror. And now the visibility out of this car, a lot of people say is very restrictive, but I do not think so. After owning this car, it is very easy to drive around with this vehicle, to see out of it fine. You can see everything you need with the way these mirrors are set up. And with this mirror here that does this, let's crank her up. Got the car running. We're in sport mode. That is why. It is a camera. The rear view mirror is a camera with adjustable off, or turn on. And then you also have these buttons under here. You can see what that may be for. Let me show you. Brightness. You can turn the brightness up and down. Zoom in, zoom out. I keep mine zoomed out so I can see everything, but you can zoom in while driving down the road to see what's behind you. And you can tilt it up, tilt it down, whatever you need to do. Really awesome features there. I gotta turn this heat off. My God, that is hot. And turn this heated seats off. I'm gonna roll these windows down. It's gonna bring some light in here, but bear with me. All right, push button to start right here. Little square, convenient, perfect for the driver. Perfect for the driver. Now, if you're not the driver, then it's kind of awkward. I don't know, but it's a perfect spot for the driver. You hop in, boom. Hop in, boom. You know where your hands got to go, and you can't even see the button. See, low fuel lights on. Got to go get some gas. 2,000 miles on this car. Still brand new. Anyway, you do have Android Auto, which is this. Android Auto. Or you have Apple CarPlay, which I cannot hook up while I am recording this video, but you do have Apple CarPlay. So let's get into some things on the radio. So in this radio here, that is, when your phone is connected, you'll have all those options and stuff. On star, turn by turn, inactive. I keep it inactive. I don't need it. But anyway, let's see. You can go to your contacts, your recents, phones. I believe this is for climate. I have it off right now. Turn it on, and those options will come up. You can do your climate on the radio digitally if you wish. If not, you can do it all down here. You have all your controls here for your fan speed, climate, as you can see, turn it down. Here's your climate, defrost, rear defrost, sync, auto, recircle air, heated seats, cooled seats on both sides for passenger and driver, skip song, power button, volume button here, volume on the steering wheel right here, and change song here as well. And then you also have your paddle shifters, boom, on the back right here. So let's get back over here. I want to show you guys everything I can show y'all. Wi-Fi and hotspot. Your car does have Wi-Fi when you buy it brand new, and it does work. Mine does work, and I did not have to pay anything extra for that. Users, you can set your profile up on there. I haven't on this car yet. The sensitivity on here is awesome. It's a great radio. I love how it's set up. It's just, it feels like you're playing on your phone, feels like you're playing on your phone. It's pretty cool. Climate, Alexa, you have Alexa on here, Spotify, OnStar service, ambient lighting. Look at all these colors. Wow. And you can link it to drive mode. I'm in sport now, so my colors are red. Let's roll the windows back up so we can get less light in here. The colors are red, as you can see. And if I change it to track mode, boom, we're orange. We are orange. I don't know if you can tell the difference between those two. Go into snow and ice mode, the exhaust cut off. Now we're ice blue. Ice blue. Hard to see in the daytime. Now we're in touring mode, so everything will be going dark blue. Really cool lighting features at night. I really love them. But look at all those colors. You can even do mixed colors on here. Let's see one you can actually tell the difference between. Yellow. Okay, red top down to green bottom and mix in the middle. So anyway, it does that with them. It's really cool. You'll understand when you start playing with it if you decide to get you one. Navigation Chevrolet maps. So that's pretty much with the radio. All right, so the car's running already. So this is what is next. 200 on the dash. It is 200 on the speedometer. You have a heated steering wheel. I told you all that stuff, so it's fully loaded. And the Alcantara suede steering wheel gets really hot really quick. You have 7,000 RPM max out, 7,500 actually. But I will show you this feature. It will not let you redline. That's as much as it'll let me hold right there, pedal to the floor. It will not let you blow this car up. I guess it's a feature. I probably just wasted some gas. That's okay. Gas station not far, right in town. So, God, I keep forgetting to turn that heat off. So anyway, let's get into it. Right here, right off the bat, you have your gauges right up there. Okay. Now, those gauges will not always be there. While the car is running, I'm gonna pull out of the sun and get away from that glare. This is much better right here. Much better. Okay. Now I'm in park, crooked in the parking lot. So, sorry, I got a text message. You have your oil gauge here, temperature gauge here, gas gauge here, battery voltage gauge here, and then you can also change that if you go in here to your info. All right, well, let's scroll through the info. Info, you'll have your speed with your mileage. There's a blank page. I'm not sure what it's for. There's a timer. All your tire pressures, your oil life, fuel range, trip B, trip A, your average fuel economy, average speed. And then if you go over, which you control all that with this, and you go over, go down to performance. Let's get into performance. You will have your oil temperature gauge, and you can go down, oil pressure, battery voltage, trans fluid temp, tire temp, wheel slip. This is weird to me. I haven't figured out how to mess with this yet. I don't know what exactly to do with it, but it's 0 on one side and 30 on the other. I'm not sure, but that is the electronic limited slip differential right there. Definitely something to do with it. You can see ELSD. I'm not sure how to really mess with that yet. Let's see, audio. Go here, you'll have your Bluetooth and all that good stuff. Your song will be there. You can browse iPhone favorites, browse button settings, radio media. Over navigation, you can have your turn by turn right here with you. And anything that you put right here is also going to show up on the heads up display. So let me tell you how to work the heads up display. You can't see it now because it's all the way turned down as far as brightness, but these controls here are for your heads up display. I'm turning the brightness up now where maybe you can see it. Now you can see the heads up display in there, right there. So while I'm clicking these buttons, I'll show you what they're doing. So this one, info. Click it. Now I have my song and my mile per hour. And then I can have my directions and my mile per hour, or I can have my G-force. My G-force gauge there, I usually just like to leave it like this, but in this car, it makes me want to leave it on G-force, so I do a lot. And then this button here is to move your HUD up and down, which I said that backwards, but you get the point. So, everything is perfectly adjustable. Awesome there, love that feature. Let's get back in here. We go back over, go down to phone. You'll be able to get, access to your phone. Options. This is where it gets good. So in your options, it is disabled right this minute. Launch control is, because I'm not in track mode. If I were to get into track mode and double tap my traction control button and put it down into race mode, boom, There's launch control waiting on me. So that's how you work launch control. Let me re-explain how to work the launch control. So I'm going to take it back out of track mode. Put it in sport. So in order to do that, you will put it in track mode. Here's your switch here to adjust all your modes. Put it in track, select OK. Then this traction control button, you want to tap it twice, but not too fast. Watch me. And it came up here into performance traction, and you will use this to scroll up and down and go down to whatever mode you want to be in. You have wet, dry, sport 1, sport 2, race mode. Select, and then you will apply pressure to the brake hard, extremely hard, and it will come up and it will be a check mark. And then let's see. Then you will stomp the gas. I don't know if you see, I'm not touching the gas at all, and I am going to stomp the gas. Okay, so that did not work. Let me figure out what is not going on correctly. That is because I'm in park. That makes a lot of sense. So you have to be in gear. But anyway, so I'm applying the brake all the way to the floor. Got a little walker over there. She heard me when I hit the gas, looked over here all funny. Anyway, so you hold the brake all the way till the check mark is there. Then you stomp the gas. Car's ready to go. Boom. And we just launched. And now we have another person sitting here looking at us like we're crazy. But anyway, so yeah, so that's how you work launch control. Now let's get back off in here, throw her back off in park. Okay. Now, get out of launch control. We have our units. We can change to metric or US. Go down again, standard. This is the display theme. Or you can change it to technology, which is going to change the dash. Look at that. Now it's circle with just a fuel gauge and a temp gauge on the left and navigation in the middle. So I like to keep it on this gauge. Let's see, standard. I like to keep it on standard. That's just me. And then that is pretty much it. The speed warning disabled. You have your speed warning there. Open source software, never used that, so don't know what that's for. Heads up displays to adjust some things on your heads up display. And that's pretty much everything through the settings side. In the radio. All right, let's see here. Oh, one more thing I want to show you about inside the radio. Let's see here. When you get in the radio, you can go to settings, vehicle, driving mode, and you can adjust your steering, engine sound, and your suspension. Now you can set this to auto mode selector, so when you use this selector, it's gonna automatically change everything to fit what mode you're going into, or you can set each one how you want it to stay. So if you want your suspension to stay a certain way, but everything else to be different, set your suspension. And same thing for engine and steering, engine sound and steering. So anyway, that's all for that. Let's get back to the home. All right, so that pretty much wraps up everything except for the exhaust. Oh, you do have charger here. Small glove compartment. I have some junk in here. Like I said, this is my daily driver. It's just receipts. I'll pull that out. You don't have very much storage space in there. You know, not very much at all, but enough to plug your 2 chargers in, and there's an aux cord port in there. I don't know who still uses an aux cord, but I'm sure there's people that still do, and that is useful to the people who do. 2 cup holders here, one bigger. The front one is bigger than the rear one. You have your lights in here as well. Take me a quick drink. Charging pad back here. I forgot to mention you have a charging pad. You set your phone on that pad and it will charge. All right, that pretty much wraps everything up. I'm about to head to the house so I can get my wife to help me get these exhaust clips for you guys, because I want y'all to hear it swap. I want you to hear the modes change as they are changing, and then I want you to hear the difference in the exhaust. All right, guys, while I'm headed home to get these exhaust clips, I want y'all to watch as I drive this thing. And let me see, I'm gonna try to put the G's on the dash up there. Maybe you can see how much the G's are handling. Let's see. All right, got the G's up there. Got somebody looking at me like they're crazy, because they are crazy. Alright. When it's in track mode, it does not want to shift out. But anyway, I'm about to kind of... See, it wants to shift real high. It's geared different than the SS's. Watch these G's and watch as I hang this curve like a dream. I am going 40 and, I mean, well, not quite 40. Let's see here. Look at those G's. If you can see them, I'm not sure if you can. But I am turning hard all the way in this parking lot like this. This would be a drift in any other car. And it is so smooth. It's insane how fast this thing turns, how sharp it turns, and how smooth it is when it turns. But anyway, let's see here. Ooh, made a very tight curve right there. Alright guys, I'm going to punch the vehicle. I'm going to stomp it in second gear in sport mode. It's going to be kind of loud and draw some attention, but I want to stomp it and let you guys see what it's like for me this way. And then I want you to see what it's like with the camera turned the other way. Alright. About to drop gears. I don't know if you can hear it popping. Let me let this car pass. Now I'm in second gear. Yeah, baby. She pulls, man. It's fast. It gets up and goes. The only thing I don't like about it is on this 1LE, it has a serious lag when you punch it. I punched it and I was prepared for, but when I punched it, it was more like a, so on my 2SS, it was completely different. When I hit that gas, it would snatch me back so hard immediately. But this car is a lot different. It was more like a lag slap, if you know what I'm saying. You'll notice it when I do it this way. Here you go. I had to stop and get some gas before I run out. Alright, so before I show y'all the me stomping it in second gear from the other direction so you can see the lag, first I want to talk to you about this real quick while I'm leaving this gas station. I had to stop and get a little bit of gas. While I'm leaving this gas station, I'm about to go over some bumps and stuff, and I want to see if you guys can hear it and maybe feel it with me. So this car, there's one thing about it, the 1LE, it's a track package edition for the circle tracks, and you can feel everything on this road. You can feel everything on the road the whole way. Any little bump, rock, anything, you're going to feel it on the road. It's awful. I mean, going down my driveway, this vehicle hits harder than any other vehicle. Will be like this the whole time we're going through the bumps, and it is hard. You can feel it hard. He's not gonna go. I am gonna go. All right, I'm going over a rumble strip now. That's pretty bad. I mean, you probably couldn't hear it, but it just like knocked the back end of the car up, like jarred everything in here. It was pretty rough. It's definitely not a smooth riding vehicle. It is on the highway, on the flat highway, but when you hit a bump or anything, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel every bit of the road in this vehicle, through the steering wheel and everything. The handling is ridiculously amazing. Everything is awesome, but you are gonna feel the road. I mean, every little thing, every little tiny bump, you're gonna feel it in the steering wheel and in your ass. So just saying. So let me hit it real quick. All right, got the camera turned around. I'm in sport mode. About to drop the gears. That's third gear. Here's second. Stomping. Really quick car. Gets up really fast. I love how it pops when you downshift. But anyway, as you could probably see in the video, when I hit the gas, it was like a, you know, it was lag, and it was pretty bad. I don't like that part about the car. You may could take it to your local tuner and get that fixed, or get a pedal commander and get that part fixed, and there won't be any lag. I'm sure there's plenty of ways to get that lag out, but it does come stock with that lag, so just be aware of that. So now I'm headed down the driveway, headed home to be done with the video. I'm gonna let her get these exhaust clips real quick, and then I want to talk to you guys about what it's been like for me to own the vehicle. well, while I'm here, I'll just talk about it now. So, me personally, I don't like it because I had the 2020 Camaro 2SS, just the regular 2SS, and I like it way better than the 1LE. The 1LE is not what I use. You know, it's not for what I use it for. I drag race on the street and the track, so the 2SS is for me. It's lighter, different suspension. All this is not made for it. This is made for the circle tracks, and it is a beast on those. A beast. Like, if that's the kind of racing you do, or you just want a car that handles the road like an insane beast, then this is the car for you. It is a road beast. But as far as, man, drifting, having fun, doing burnouts and racing and drag racing and things like that, this is not the car you want. And as a daily driver, if you can handle it, okay. But as a daily driver, I don't see this car being a daily driver. That's just my information on it. That's what I gather. I don't think it's a daily driver. It doesn't feel like one to me. This is rough, and this is a golly, just a rough banger in here. But I mean, it's an awesome car, just not a daily. It just doesn't feel comfortable for a daily. And the walls on the seats are so high, you can't just jump in and jump out. They're racing seats; they'll stab you. There's a bunch of things about this car that makes it not a daily driver. It's track suspension, and it's for the track. So anyway, let's get these exhaust clips. That's pretty much all I got to say about it for owning it. So I'm trying to get rid of it. The YouTube channel knows that. If you're new to the channel, then you don't. So go check out all the other videos. But still, not knocking the car. Still an awesome car, and it was a pleasure to drive and own the 1LE when I did. Also, when you put your Camaro in park and you're on a slope, put it in park first without letting off the brake. Engage your parking brake. Parking brake set, and then let off the brake to save your transmission. All right, guys, that wraps up that video. Everything on the Camaro. I appreciate you guys for watching. Click the next video to see how much it costs to own one of these bad boys if you're interested. Subscribe.